So this morning, I wake up. It's a wonderful Wednesday morning. Typically, Wednesday is my day off, but I've been having fun talking about the Young Turks. Basically, we're watching the second plane hit. That's what I'm seeing. We're watching the second plane, right, in slow motion. And this is where we are right now, right? And by the end of this video, right, we're going to make contact, okay? So everyone have the Twin Towers being destroyed in your mental imagery for what's about to happen. Now, I will also say, Anna Kasparian deleted a shitload of tweets, and so I only have some screenshots here. Okay? There are some screenshots. Now, she, this morning, decided to tell everybody that she has no fucking idea. No idea how the civil rights movement happened. So, now again, I don't have all the tweets screenshotted. I could only get the ones that were on my page, like, still open before she blocked me. Which, by the way, this bitch blocked me. So, I just want to tell y'all, real quick, I am down to keep going on the warpath on Anna Kasparian, okay? But, I need y'all's help. If you have not been blocked by dumb bitch, I need you to send me everything you can. Screenshot whatever, send it to me. Clips, whatever, okay? I am going to be your vessel on this one. So if you got anything else, because I know that she's not done here, right? She's not done. So if you see any Anna Kasparian shit, send it to me and I will talk about it. Because I am on the warpath. I don't give a fuck. I got nothing to lose. I am going. This is David and Goliath, motherfucker. I'm going to fuck them up. TYT is going down. TYT is going down, okay? That's what I'm saying. But, so she goes on Twitter talking about how the radical trans rights activists are violent and crazy, right? Contrasting with the civil rights movement. Now again, this is the Republican whitewashing of Martin Luther King Jr. Martin Luther King Jr. did not advocate for exclusively peaceful protest. And also, does this stupid bitch know who Malcolm X is? Does this dumb fuck uneducated dumbass know about the Black Panther Party? Does she know about Fred Hampton? The answer is no, because she's a fucking moron. She's a dummy. She's uneducated. She's historically illiterate. She's a fucking moron. Okay, I need you to understand. She is an idiot. The through line here, the most important thing I need you all to understand with this Anna Kasparian meltdown, above all else, she is just unintelligent. She's not smart. She's not smart. I need you, like, she's got like a 70 IQ or some shit, okay? I need you really to fucking fully understand this. This bitch is dumb as hell. Now, she says, are you guys genuinely this stupid? The movement made a point to be non-violent, and the violence used against them is a part of what changed hearts and minds. Trans activists barricading a speaker at SFSU runs counter to that strategy. So she's crying because trans people did not want a transphobe to talk at a college campus. She's literally doing the Ben Shapiro from 2015 method of, look at these triggered SJWs not letting people speak on college campuses, and comparing that to the civil rights movement. My God, man. Oh, yo. Okay, now again, I just want everyone to know she deleted this shit. Alright? She deleted this fucking shit. Why? Because she's a fucking bitch. She's a pussy. She's a beta. She said some dumbass shit and she's afraid to get called out. Right? So, here's another. Exhibit B. I have this screenshot here. So, pudding person, also known as Jin Lup-er, that's an L. I see an L there. Says, barricading speakers is not violent. You are genuinely stupid if you cannot see how insane it is that you are comparing trans people defending ourselves to groups like the KKK. Okay. Now, again, dumb bitch doesn't have any idea about the civil rights movement. What happened in 1964 and 1965? The Civil Rights Act and the Voting Rights Act were passed. If you are Anna Kasparian, that's when the civil rights movement ended. It's over. It's done. That's when it was over. The Voting Rights Act was passed. We win, right? Well, if you're Anna Kasparian, yeah, because you're a dumbass and you've never read a book, right? But in the real world, right, they kept going. Now, there is one of my favorite quotes of Martin Luther King Jr. here, and I'm a little biased because I love this kind of shit, right? So just one of my favorite Martin Luther King Jr. quotes is, "A riot is the language of the unheard." Okay? Now, can we all just remind ourselves what happened to Martin Luther King Jr.? He was fucking assassinated. He was assassinated. He was shot and killed in public. Like, I need you all to understand how insane this shit is. So then she follows this up with, "I don't give a shit how many viewers turn on me. I will never minimize any political violence of any kind. It's what losers do when they can't strategize and win an argument." Strategize and win an argument. As if Anna Kasparian has ever strategized, or as if Anna Kasparian has ever won an argument in her entire dumb fuck life. Okay? But, again, she is comparing trans people not letting someone speak at a college campus to the civil rights movement. She's parroting the right-wing neo-Nazi conspiracy theory that Martin Luther King Jr. and the whole civil rights movement were founded on peaceful protest, which is not true. That's what they teach you in school so that you become de-radicalized from a young age. The truth is, violent protest worked. The truth is, when violent protests started happening, Martin Luther King Jr. seemed like the reasonable compromise at the time, and that's what propelled the Civil Rights Act and the Voting Rights Act to being completed, was that the Overton window is being shifted. Why? Because there were riots happening. Things were getting out of control. And Martin Luther King Jr. pitched himself as the compromise. And then after the Voting Rights Act passed, what happened? People were still racist. People were still being discriminated against. So what did Martin Luther King Jr. learn? What was the lesson learned? Nonviolence clearly doesn't really work. Nonviolence clearly didn't get us everything we wanted. Now, if you look into the Civil Rights Act and the Voting Rights Act, you would know that these pieces of legislation are not as good as they could have been. They were watered down by the Dixiecrats. They were watered down by the racists in the Democratic Party. Right? That's what happened. Look up the history. The original Civil Rights Act, I mean, first of all, why do you even think that there was a Civil Rights Act and a Voting Rights Act? Why weren't they in the same package? Because of racism, right? But also, everything was watered down. And the lesson learned was they're just going to walk all over us and then pretend like they did a great job. So what did Martin Luther King Jr. do? He started going on the poor people's campaign even harder. Started appealing to poor white people's issues. Started appealing more to all kinds of civil rights, all kinds of equality. And that's when they killed him. That's when he got killed. Right? Now again, most people who have read a book in their life know this. Anna Kasparian, who's been in media, professional media trained journalist for 17 years, apparently she doesn't know that because she's a dumb fuck motherfuck. And all of that notwithstanding, right, Malcolm X and the Black Panthers were also contemporaries who, again, pushed the Overton window to the left. They said, if you're not going to give us equal rights, we will take it by force if we need to. Now, all of this needs to be understood. She is comparing violence to not letting someone speak at a college campus. Now, this is why she's melting down and telling everyone that she's never read a book about the 1960s, right? Because she thinks some dumbass not being allowed to speak at a college campus is violent. Yo. What? If I still had my soundboard and maybe I need to bring it back, I would play that Trump clip about the IQ, okay? Just imagine it for the old school viewers out there. Let that play in your head, okay? But, so, someone who is a TERF is prevented from speaking at a college campus, which in turn triggered Anna so bad she's going to tell everyone she's never read a book about the 1960s. I mean, I'm sorry. Now, again, there's more. She had a larger meltdown here, but she, I guess, in some moment of clarity, decided to delete all of her tweets. So I only have the ones that are screenshotted here. If someone wants to send me some of the other stuff, maybe I will cover it. But, wow, man. Wow, okay? I can't. I'm stunned. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am stunned, okay? I'm blue screening right now. Someone who is 17 years professional media journalist is just telling everyone not only does she have no idea how the civil rights movement happened, she's never read a book about it, she's got no clue, and then two, she thinks someone not being allowed to speak at a college campus and get paid for it is somehow violent. That's violence. Yo, I mean, I hate to say this. But could you imagine? I read this great tweet. I forget who it was from. Because Ben Burgess, I know, my old friend, still follows me, by the way. Shout outs to Ben Burgess. My good old friend, Ben Burgess, was saying some dumbass shit, too, about this. But I read this tweet, man, that, like, is so true that it makes you kind of want to cry. But, like, think about this shit, right? If Michael Brooks were still around, man, none of these people would be willing to be this publicly embarrassing. Think about it. Think about it, okay? Like, call it a coincidence. Like, that Ben Burgess, Anna Kasparian, and all these other people start moving into the right, start becoming right-wing grifters as soon as Michael Brooks dies. Hey, I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist here. I don't want to say something out of line, out of turn, whatever. But I mean, wow. I mean, just think about it. Right? Because the problem is, everyone around these people are enabling them. That's fundamentally what it is. They're all afraid to call out their quote-unquote friends, and they're all circling the drain. And I mean, we just have to watch it. We just have to watch it happen, and it can be sad, it can be depressing, or it can be hilarious. And that's the choice I'm taking. This shit is funny as hell, man. This shit is funny as motherfucking fuck. Okay? The fact that Anna Kasparian just told the world that she's never read a book about the civil rights movement, and that she thinks that someone not being allowed to get paid to speak at a college campus is violence. I mean, again, none of them would be willing to be this publicly embarrassing if things had turned out differently a couple of years ago. And it's depressing to think about. But I think we could focus on just how funny it is that Anna Kasparian, who spent years of her life attacking Jimmy Dore and attacking Dave Rubin, is now, again, speedrunning that shit. She's like, she studied Dave Rubin, she studied Jimmy Dore, and she's like, hold my beer, I can do better. And so far, I gotta hand it to her. She is doing better than Jimmy Dore and Dave Rubin. So far, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. If you're gonna do something, you better do it right. And Anna Kasparian is doing it right, alright. So, with that narrow bit of feedback for her, positive feedback, I think I've said all I need to say on this stupid ass bitch for today. So